people will tell you that distraction is a terrible idea and that you need to avoid distraction at all costs. Your parent and teacher have told you this for your entire life. The idea that was brought up upon us that technologies or even socializing will distract us from getting a good marking on exam when we are in grade school is outrageous. The distraction of technologies and modern time is now solely focused on the usage of smartphone that all teenagers have in their carry-on. The original use of a smartphone was always for communications through the user phone number. With its communication techniques, your phone won't even have to be new, smart versions. Phones like the brick phone or even the flip phone can still do the same task of just calling. Smartphone can perform more than just calling through the set phone number. They are capable of almost everything that we can think of. With this being said, why are they considered to be a distractions? Since smartphones are capable of anything and they are so easily accessible, students can use them for their own pleasure. This can lead to addictions. How do we solve these addictions? One of the ways to fix those addictions is to get rid of the original source, the smartphone. Many high schools and lower restrict or even ban phone usage on their campus. This is not how you manage phone addictions in school. School officials might think that they are getting rid of the problems. However, this will lead to more serious problems in the future. First of all, an emergency is a no-joke matter. One of the most well-known emergencies in school is the violence threat. This will cause fears among the students due to the safety being jeopardized. The school environment is already stressful enough, but now they must worry about safety. With the adaptations of the internet to smartphone, they can do so much more than call. They can find answer immediately when they use the search engine. Nonetheless, immediately is the keyword during an emergency. What is the term immediate? Is when we do something without hesitations or delay. In these situations involving the safety of a student or any person, we need to know the next step right away before it becomes a risk to life. Many people may say that students should seek out the authorities if an emergency happens. However, what happens if the authorities are not present at the moment? The reason why I worry about this is because anything can happen. Some teacher in school might not have the knowledge needed to guide that specific situations. This is why we need to perform 3 things when it comes to life-threatening situations. Call 911, look up the situation on our smartphone, and seek help from others. When I said to seek out help from others, I meant to take charge and lead the helper on what to do next. It's not about screaming for help so that other people can help instead of you. Going back to the situations to smartphone addictions for students, we need to teach them how to use their phone correctly. There are the right time and place for enjoyment and relaxations through the phone. However, when we are building connections or learning something, we must put the phone away and pay attention to the present moment. Now, what about when we are an adult? For many of us, technology is still a serious addiction. We do not use the technology for entertainment anymore. However, we are using it for monetizations. These monetizations come from the influence, follower, and the customer of the internet. These followers are from the websites like social media platforms. People can make a lot of money through the social media. However, not all of the social media money-making methods will be the same. One common attribute of many online money-making methods is due to the desires of their follower, the strong feeling of wanting something. Besides this attribute, it is up to the creator values, knowledge, and integrities. The creator is a seller or a mentor who is knowledgeable their arts and skills. They can guide the buyers or follower on the best options in which to invest their time and money. It is now the buyer or the follower's job to make the best decisions as to which is the best options for their investment. Why am I talking about this, and what does this have to do with distractions? In modern society, social media have been the most dominant networking service. From all generations, we have been using social media for many different reasons. All of these reasons come from purposeful research for people's desires and satisfactions. Not all desires and satisfactions will be created the same. Some desire to progress an individual farther into the journeys of being healthier, wealthier, and wiser every day. Some desire to harm the individual slowly over time. This is the difference between good and bad influence. The bad influencer in social media are more than the wise, good influencer who are giving us the knowledge that we need in life. This is why we need to distract ourselves from the bad influences with the good influences. It's completely fine to engage with entertainment-based content. However, there are much more to learn for our life to be healthier, wealthier, and wiser every day. This is what makes the internet so worth it. There's a tons of information on how to improve life on social media and many other platforms. This is why we cannot waste our life not knowing these pieces of information. When people think that there are no wrong answer, this is far from the truth. Listening and following the wrong answers, especially on social media, will consequently waste a lot of time. What happens when you know everything you need to know online? The truth is that you will never stop learning new things online. If you feel like you know everything, it is deeper than the knowledge itself. It's more about your purpose, values, and characters. You must feel some kind of way to give up on learning new valuable knowledge on the internet. There are many reasons for this. However, I believe one of the reasons is being burnt out. You will learn strategies for life on the internet. However, sometimes realities will strike. You will learn the knowledge, but you have not practiced the strategies that you have learned. It is about competency. There are also 4 levels of competency. These 4 levels are unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence, conscious competence, and most importantly, unconscious competence. When we are exposed to the knowledge and learn about the strategies of life, we are at the stage of conscious incompetence. At this stage, we need to spend time practicing and being proficient with the skills. The lower levels of unconscious incompetence is when we are not exposed to the necessary knowledge needed to change one's life for the better. This is we should always be a learner our entire life, because there is unlimited knowledge out there that we can use. We cannot experience all at once. There's a saying, if we don't use it, we will lose it. The next levels of competencies is conscious competence. At this level, we have to know about the knowledge. However, we have to think about every move we make. Sometimes we have to go back to the drawing board to remind ourselves of the plan that we need to compete. With this being said, the last level of competencies is when we do not have to think about our actions and planning. This is the level of unconscious competence. At this level, this is about the habits that will build our lifestyles over time. Transforming from unconscious incompetence to unconscious competence will take time and a lot of money. That is the reason why many people get burnt out. There is nothing to show for it in a short length of time. This is why we need to distract this feeling and thinking with joyful activities. Now, we need to talk about joyful activities. I mentioned above that joyful activities are the activities that will help people who are burnt out from working for a long time but have nothing to show for it. The word joy is defined as the emotions invoked by well-being, success, or good fortunes. This is the prospect of possessing what one desires. Joyful activities are necessary, however, there are too many activities to keep count of. To keep count of the effective activities against the ineffective activities. What do I mean by this? What do I mean by effective? It is the preparations for service or actions. With this being said, we cannot just blindly serve and perform any action without the proper background check and trust. We can be of service to other people or ourselves. If we want to serve, if we want to save time and money, we must find the right people to talk to, listen to, and follow. This is so we can build connections and social skills, one of the most crucial joyful activities in this world. With these activities, we must know the difference between effective and ineffective social event. Many social events like clubs and bars are well known. They can bring joys to many people who attend because the drinks and the dance floor. However, this is the only short-term social event. The long-term effect of drinking an unbalanced diet will compound over time. This is very dangerous to our health and well-being. With this being said, what is the most effective social event? The truth is that there is no single right answer for the most effective social event. The truth is that you can be social anywhere you go. You're going out with friends and families or going out alone, we can communicate with someone we have known or a new potential companion in life. Be interested with their stories and journeys in life because no two people will have the same stories to tell. If you are interested in listening, we will in return make their days and even our day great. Another joyful activities is competitions. Because human is such a social animal that the influence of hierarchy, classes, is unavoidable. This is about competitions, and everyone in this world had already signed up for it. You may ask why I made this statement. This is because everyone in the world need the 3 A's. These 3 A's are affections, appreciation, and attention. I have learned before that these 3 A's are targeted for romantic relationship problems. However, now I have realized that it is a blueprint for all relationships and connections. Nonetheless, how are the 3 A's related to competitions? We look at the relationships like husbands and wife. It is reasonable to think that the wife thinks she is the only woman the husband loves, and vice versa. This is where the roots of competition come from. The top competitors work really hard to be at the top. Even romantic relationship, we need to work hard for love because emotions will fade over time. We need to enlighten our emotions of love with affection, appreciation, and attentions. Now, what happens if our emotions of love is being threatened by the lack of actions? There are 3 ways to fix this. The first way is to communicate with your partners on how each person can improve their actions to increase the feeling of love. Now, what if this doesn't work? There will be the other 2 ways of solutions. The next solution is to end the relationship. If communication does not work because of many reasons like rejections or refusal to change on one or both parties, this will lead to heated argument and even worse. What happened when loving that person is something deeper than just a feeling? It's about unconditional love. This love is really powerful as it is about values, characters of the partners. At this stage, the relationships will be devastated if one partner loses the other. This should be ideal for all relationships if we want it to last a lifetime. Conflict is unavoidable for almost all relationships. However, we also need to know that conflict is necessary for change. This can improve the relationships over the long run. This is why we need functional conflict. Respect each other's opinions and control the rant of strong emotions towards our partner. All this comes down to the last solutions of fixing loves. This will bring us back to the principle of distractions. When I am talking about distractions, it's more about detachment, letting go of strong emotion toward their hobbies instead of towards their partner.